This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stock Box interview. Joining us today from the Boland rare earth prospect in South Australia is Rupert Vercoe, the CEO of Cobra Resources. Thank you very much for joining us today, Rupert. Following news that the company has started sonic drilling. First of all, can I ask you, what is sonic drilling?
Hi Mark, great to be speaking to you from Woodner. Well, sonic drilling is effectively diamond core drilling, but for unconsolidated sediments. So what that's allowing us to do is get a very detailed sample of the ionic mineralisation at Boland behind me.
Okay. And what is the main objective of this campaign? The RNS suggests perhaps a twofold approach. A, looking to prove the rare earth concentration to help with defining a resource, and B, to assist you with the ISR proof of concept.
Yeah, that's correct. What we want to be able to do is get the resolution around the sand clay contacts and prove our theory around the concentration and grade at that point. And if that's the case, then we believe that we can extract it through in situ recovery, which is a very cost-effective and simplistic method that's non-invasive and requires a lower capex requirement compared to hard rock mining.
Okay, so how are things going on site then from a first look and sort of get going point of view?
Well, the rig rocked up this afternoon and we're already halfway through the first hole. We're already at mineralisation, so drilling's going very well and very effectively.
Excellent. Well, from last time we spoke, your hope, I think, was to drill and then case the holes, which would then be the start of ISR infrastructure going in. The news today, I think, confirms that that indeed will be the case, and it mentioned a pilot push-pull study. Could you perhaps explain a bit more about what this would look like?
Absolutely. So what this work is allowing us to do is to get that further geological detail around the mineralisation, understand the hydrology. So at the completion of this drilling, we install wells in each of the holes. These wells are configured in a pattern that would reflect a future well field. Over the next 12 months, we build up the hydrology information to understand the environmental parameters and the production potential of the well field. And then hopefully this infrastructure will then be the infrastructure of a push-pull study, which would be a pilot demonstration of in situ recovery of rare earths.
Okay. Now, back in November, you raised just under £1 million and mentioned that you potentially wouldn't need to spend a great deal on drilling, as you could reanalyse some of the historic drilling that's been done to help on the resource side. So have you got started on that side of the work yet?
Absolutely. We've been very fortunate that we can access a significant number of old holes that were focused on uranium drilling in the paleo system, and we have a number of those holes already at the lab being reanalysed, and we'll have further stages of this reanalysis to be able to define higher grade zones of rare earths peripheral that will really help us demonstrate scale to this discovery.
Okay, well, thank you. Now, it's a relatively short program, isn't it? About 8 to 10 days. What would be the immediate next steps once finished? And more importantly, how quickly do you think you'll be able to say that ISR is indeed a go or no-go?
So from this drilling, we'll identify areas of mineralisation that we will send to the laboratories where we will perform bench scale in situ recovery tests. So putting these samples into columns and mimic the ISR process. This work will happen within weeks, and we envisage that we'll have an understanding of the ISR recovery potential within a month to 2 months.
And why is ISR so valuable for Cobra to demonstrate over other kinds of mining methods for this type of deposit?
The benefits of ISR have really been shown in the uranium industry, where the producers like Kazatomprom have been able to very quickly scale up production at a very low capital base and they've been able to sustain profitability during very long periods of suppressed uranium price. They've been able to do this because they can operate and extract uranium at a very low cost. And we envisage that we can apply that to rare earths and be able to be competitive with the lowest cost producers of rare earths, which come out of China. So that's the value proposition of being able to use this very low impact process and low cost process of mining.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time today, Rupert Vercoe, the CEO of Cobra Resources from your Boland Rare Earth project in Australia.
Thank you, Mark. Great to speak.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stopboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.